Mom left me alone in a mall when I was 4, vanishing without a trace. 20 years later, she reached out, expecting forgiveness, and I decided it was time to confront the mother I never knew. Part 1. I was around 4 years old when my mom, Anna, decided to take me to the mall. Yeah, I was pretty young, but I still remember bits of it pretty clearly. It's weird how certain memories just stick in your brain. This one's burned in there like a bad tattoo. So, Anna takes me to this big mall, which is a treat in my little kid mind. Malls were like a magical place back then, bright lights, tons of people, those huge fountains with coins everywhere. I thought it was going to be some fun day out with her. Little did I know that was the last thing on her mind. We walk around for a bit, then she spots this little kiosk in the middle of the mall. You know, one of those tiny stands where they sell random junk, keychains, cheap jewelry, whatever. She walks over to the guy working there, and I'm just kind of hanging back, looking around at all the people. I didn't think anything of it when she started talking to him. She was my mom, right? I trusted her. Then, she does this thing that, even now, makes me shake my head. She leans down to my level, looks me right in the eyes, and says, "I need you to stay here for just a minute, alright? I'm just going to the bathroom. I'll be back before you know it." I mean, I was 4. What was I going to say? No. I nodded and sat down on this little stool by the kiosk. The guy working there looked a bit surprised but didn't really ask questions. I'm guessing he thought she'd be right back, too. So, there I am, just waiting. At first, I'm looking around, totally unaware that this minute is going to turn into something way longer. I remember watching people walk by, holding shopping bags, laughing, talking, whatever. Time passes slowly for a kid, but even at that age, I could tell it was taking a little too long. Minutes turned into, I don't even know, but it felt like forever. The guy at the kiosk, I remember he was nice enough. He'd check in on me every now and then, probably starting to realize that maybe she wasn't coming back. He even tried to make small talk, asking me about my favorite toy or something. I don't remember much about the conversation, just that he was trying to keep me entertained, but I could see he was getting nervous, like he didn't know what he was supposed to do with me. Eventually, he starts looking around, probably hoping to spot her coming back down the mall. By this point, it was becoming pretty obvious that just a minute had turned into something way longer. He asked me if I knew my mom's phone number, but I was just a kid. I didn't know any numbers or how to contact anyone. I just sat there, feeling that weird sinking feeling in my stomach, like something wasn't right. After what felt like forever, I noticed the mall was starting to get quieter. I was still sitting there, holding on to my little toy, waiting. That's when the guy called over a mall security guard. I remember the guard leaning down next to me, trying to look friendly, asking if I knew where my mom went or if I had any other family nearby. I just shook my head. I didn't really understand what was going on, but I knew enough to know she was gone. The guard and the kiosk guy start talking, trying to figure out what to do with me. They look worried, whispering to each other, while I just sit there, feeling more alone than I'd ever felt in my life. The guard eventually takes me by the hand, leading me away from the kiosk and towards some kind of security office in the mall. The security office was this tiny, cold room with bright lights and a weird smell. They gave me a snack and a juice box, trying to keep me calm, telling me they were going to find my mom. But I could tell they didn't believe their own words. They kept glancing at each other, probably thinking she wasn't coming back. I don't remember crying, even though I felt like I should have been. I just sat there, sipping on the juice, feeling numb. It's weird, at that